Like many world leaders, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau too congratulated Donald Trump on his big election win. He called the friendship between Canada and the US the envy of the world.
I look forward to working with President Trump once again to strengthen North American economic opportunities for the middle class, to grow our economies in ways that make us competitive around the world, to protect North America from the many, many challenges that exist around the world. The world is actually even more difficult and more complicated than it was 4 years ago.
In contrast, in January this year, Trudeau had told reporters that another Trump presidency would be a step back that made life tough for Canada. But what Trudeau doesn't say now is just how difficult things were during Donald Trump's first term in office. Let's rewind a bit to 2022, when the truckers' strike in Canada was making headlines. When Canada required truckers crossing the border to be vaccinated against COVID, Trump called Trudeau a far-left lunatic. Trump wasn't in office then, but he was in 2018, when Trump walked out of a G7 summit in Quebec in June and blasted Trudeau for being very dishonest and weak. Trump's second term is not expected to be easy on Trudeau, whose popularity is already tanking in the polls as Canada heads into election year. Already, Canada's economy is slowing. The country faces a severe housing and cost of living crisis. It has knotted itself in diplomatic rows with India and China. And now it has to brace itself for Trump's economic policies that could seriously impact Canada's economic health. 70% of Canada's exports go to the US. Trump wants to levy a 10% tariff on all imports. The Canadian Chamber of Commerce said this 10% tariff would cut Canada's real income by 0.9% annually. Desjardins economics analysts estimate that Trump's policies would result in real Canadian gross domestic product falling by 1.7% by the end of 2028, compared to what would have happened under a Democrat president. When Trump first took office in 2017, he vowed to renegotiate a trilateral trade deal between Mexico, the US, and Canada, called the North American Free Trade Agreement. Trump complained that trading partners were taking advantage of the United States. During the negotiation, Canada and the US even imposed sanctions on each other's products for a while. The pact was finally reborn as the US-Mexico-Canada deal after 18 months of tough talks. During his election campaign, Trump has already said he would start renegotiating the treaty in 2026. Trump has said he will deport millions of illegal immigrants from the United States. If he forces them out, the influx can hit Canada hard at a time it is already fighting an uphill battle on social resources. For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Hit the like button and follow for more news updates.